I mean, there she was raising the spectre of somebody potentially poisoning him, Kasim. I mean, the problem is he's kind of defenseless in there, isn't he? He's on his own, he's defenseless. It's a very vulnerable place for him to find himself.
Yeah, completely. It's horrible thinking about him in that cell. When you hear the stories about it just getting worse and worse, what really was quite painful to hear was recently hearing about him losing a lot of weight. The heat over there is unbearable, and we know he doesn't have any air conditioning, he doesn't have any fan. And so he's stuck in this small solitary confinement cell in blazing heat, and losing weight is just not a good sign for someone who's in their 70s, who's been shot recently 3 times. It's the health risks are massive. So there's so many ways for them to plot some kind of assassination. They have complete control, and it's extremely distressing.
Yeah, I mean, Suleiman, that is what would be really concerning me if I was in your shoes, is that there's already been assassination attempts on his life. He got his sister talking about potential poison plots and so on. None of this is far-fetched. This kind of thing, I remember meeting Benazir Bhutto a few months before she was assassinated. This is part of life, in political life in Pakistan, sadly. What is your message to General Asim Munir, who's the current leader in Pakistan? What's your message to him about what's happening with your father?
I would say respect. Respect democracy, first of all. Respect the will of the Pakistani people, which was clear despite huge rigging in the general election in February last year. And respect the rule of law, and give him a proper, fair trial. That would be my message, I think.
And Kasim, are you prepared, you guys, to risk being arrested and going to Pakistan?
Yeah, for sure. We've been attempting to go for a little while. We're looking through whatever we can. So what will be will be. We'll see what happens, but we 100% will be going at some point, whether he likes it or not.
Well, listen. Yeah, I greatly appreciate you coming on Uncensored. I've been very moved by your plight. I've talked to your mother a lot, as you know, about this. I feel a long-time affinity with your dad. Like I say, he was very kind to me when I was a young lad, and I haven't forgotten that. And it was fascinating watching him go into politics and a whole different world. But it's a very dangerous position that he now finds himself in. And I just hope and pray that at some stage, sooner rather than later, common sense prevails and you get your dad back, or at the very least you get to see him and talk to him and interact with him, because it must be just for yourselves, never mind him, a form of torture that's going on. So Kasim and Suleiman, thank you both very much indeed.
Thanks so much for having us on.
Really appreciate it. Thank you, Piers.
Well, best of luck to you in your campaign.